everyone to Star Trek Online. I am Takeshi Yamato, and I am joining our host, the Housecoat Gamer.
Yo.
And today, we are reviewing the Sovereign class. Honestly, one of the sexiest looking ship designs ever to grace any screen in Star Trek.
Or period. Just look at the damn thing.
Yeah, all sleek curves and...
What a thing of beauty, isn't she?
Yeah. Now, we first saw the Sovereign class in Star Trek First Contact as the USS Enterprise E, the Enterprise D having been destroyed the movie previous in Generations at the hands of the Duras whores.
Not everyone likes what happened there, but hey, they couldn't remodulate their shields, they didn't know what was going on.
Yeah. Anyway, the Sovereign class is another anti-Borg design developed after Wolf 359. Unlike the Defiant, the unholy go-kart from hell, this thing was the conventional approach. Big starship design, but with revolutionary new systems.
So revolutionary it caused a few teething problems, as seen in Star Trek Bridge Commander.
Yeah.
Sensor palettes had issues, bioneural gel packs had issues. It was a fustercluck. The Enterprise E did not have any of those issues.
Because they used more conventional systems. So eventually though as some of the more experimental systems the kinks worked out and approved, I imagine they were applied to the E.
Most of those buggy systems actually went into the Intrepid class. Case in point, Voyager.
Yeah. But, yeah. Star Trek Adventures has the tabletop system, has the Sovereign class essentially entering service in 2371, which is sort of the default year of the shit. That campaigns in the game, TNG era campaigns will start.
Ugh.
So, yes, the Majestic and the Noble, the two starting skins in the game along with the Sovereign. I mean, I can see some of what they were doing, but that looks a little too clunky.
It looks like the Borg had their way with the ship.
Yeah.
Fortunately, we do have alternate skins.
Yes, because that version was straight up tier 5. That was one of the two highest level cruisers you could get. And then for the C-Store, they gave you this thing.
Which comes with a wide-angle torpedo launcher, not to mention Metreon gas canisters.
Yeah, the Regent class. And I do have to admit, this thing looks good.
Of course it looks good. It was actually taken directly from concept art for the Enterprise E.
So they took the concept art for this thing. They took the concept art and turned it into its own ship. Nice.
It happens a lot in STO.
Yeah, fair enough. And unlike the original, which had lieutenant science officer seating, this thing is straight up combat focused. Commander engineering and lieutenant engineering, as befits cruisers, but it also has lieutenant commander tactical seating, ensign tactical seating, and a lieutenant uni. So if you if you want a balanced ship, you will slap a science officer in that uni slot, especially with science team and hazard emitters, just so you have extra heals. But if you want to try something outlandish, you could put whatever you want in that.
There is a fleet variant, which really... Let's see. This is again why I don't do scripts.
Yep. I mean, yeah. And that was when the C-Store first came out, back during the days when this thing was subscriber only. Some of the C-Store stuff was cosmetic, such as this.
This is disgusting.
And, yeah.
And it's not much of an improvement. It adds an extra tactical console. So what?
Yeah. Then we get into T6.
Which also gave us a stealth revamp of the Sovereign class. They used to look a little bit different.
Yeah.
They didn't even bother saying, "Hi, we've done a bit of a revamp for the ship. Enjoy."
Yeah.
If I can find it. Stupid bloody thing. There she is.
Yeah. The Intel Assault Cruiser is the regular T6 Assault Sovereign. And it looks okay mostly. But you get to those nacelles and... oh.
It has cancer.
Yeah. If I used that skin, I would swap out the nacelles. Probably for Regent nacelle. I'd probably for Regent nacelles. Those work. Oh yes, Mud Market. Ah yes, the Vizer class. Yes, that is an alternate looking sovereign.
It's actually an alternate setup.
Yeah. This is a command cruiser as opposed to an intel cruiser. However, this thing was a promo ship. When this thing first came, when the T6 assault cruisers first came out, Star Trek Attack Wing was also doing its own things. That's a tabletop miniatures game for Star Trek, and Attack Wing was releasing basically a new Enterprise E with a slightly more metallic paint job, and this was basically a promo ship that you could get in STO if you bought that thing physically, and it looks exactly like that little toy model would.
You could also never get this thing normally if you didn't get the WizKids promotion. That changed with the Mud Store. In fact, this was the first thing I got my hands on. For good reason.
Yeah.
I like my Sovereign, I don't lie.
Yeah. So that is the Vizer. Yeah. Metallic, different color on the nacelles and impulse engines.
Maybe SAR collectors.
Yep.
Gotta admit it's unique.
Yeah. And, of course, both versions of the assault cruiser have fleet variants.
Which will take me a moment to find because the organization system sucks.
Yep. Intel again uses the unique skin for this is once again the Imperial design that was the initial cosmetic thing, whereas the Command one just uses the Sovereign. Well, Vizer, I guess. But yeah. Now, these were the strongest versions of the Sovereign that you could get for a long time. You could choose between Commander or Intel, depending on your preference. Now, we have the Legendary. And this thing is a... go ahead.
I can't believe I clicked on it. I can't Think about it. I just clicked on the damn thing, just hoping, oh guys, just get me close. I didn't expect to actually hit it.
Yep. And here we are, the legendary assault cruiser. And this thing is a miracle worker ship. It's got miracle worker mechanics, it's got a commander engineering miracle worker slot, and honestly, engineering and miracle worker is a pretty good... It is sort of like the de facto combo.
As for the skin of this thing, well, this is what the ship would have appeared if the Enterprise E had left space dock at the end of Star Trek Nemesis.
Yeah. And
it comes with every Sovereign skin. You want to use the Imperial? Go right ahead. But I wouldn't recommend it. That thing is ugly.
Yeah. This is, and yeah, the Sovereign is a very good ship, and honestly, I do like I like the bridge layout. It's got, like I said, it's got engineering, commander engineering miracle worker, lieutenant engineering pilot, lieutenant commander tactical, lieutenant tactical, and lieutenant uni. So, again, going for a well-rounded build with more heals, you would want to use a science officer in that slot, but you can do whatever you want. And console layout: 5 engineering, 4 tactical, 2 science, and 1 universal.
Or 2 universal in my case.
Ah, yes, with the T6X tokens. Yeah. That makes it even better.
There is a lockbox version of the ship, the Mirror Star Cruiser, which... it needs to be redone.
Yeah. I mean, that thing was... basically, it was... the original assault cruise... the original Sovereign as an assault cruiser was Commander Engineering, Lieutenant Commander Engineering, Lieutenant Tactical, Lieutenant Science, Ensign Tactical. The Mirror version basically just swapped the Ensign Tactical for an Ensign Science.
And the skin sucked.
Yeah.
So, I hope the boys at Cryptic give us a new Mirror Sovereign sometime soon. Preferably for the next bundle.
I wouldn't mind that.
After all, perhaps they would make it a battle cruiser.
Yeah, they could, like they did with the Cygnus. But
at least this one would make more sense. The Sovereign's a hell of a lot more maneuverable than the Galaxy.
Yeah. And anyway, that has been the Sovereign. A ship built to in response to Wolf 359 and has proven more successful than
the other two.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Speaking of the next one, Housecoat Gaming signing off.